Here we are, live again. For those people watching later, I don't know what we're doing. I really don't. Don't have a whole lot planned. Could do a few things on this 394, but it's not tons. There we go. Hey, Craig. Hey, Andy. I really don't know what we're doing. Hey, Gavin. Gavin, did you get your stuff? Please tell me you got your stuff. Hey, Larry. Ta-da. So there's not tons to do here. What was I going to do? I have a shoe to go. Paul Borden, how's it going? I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah. Well, we're going to get done tonight. Because I really don't have lots of stuff going, you know? I got to finish up with these 394s, but it's going to be a bit until I get some other parts. Over there. Just need some exhaust bolts. And I was pretty sure my exhaust bolts. Do I have some? I don't know. Who knows? If you guys have questions or comments, put them up, because otherwise tonight is going to be, well, not exciting. Let's see. Dude West, Barry, and Paul. I've got, Anybody want some 394s? We got a few. Find my bag of goodies here. Somehow it's escaping me, which is stupid because I just had it. Oh, it's right over here. Yeah. Of course, here's hoping that I actually have exhaust studs in here. There's one. I may not have another. That's going to be disappointing. Although good, because it means I'm starting to get rid of stuff. You know? Christmas gifts. Yeah, well, kind of. Well, no. Like $3.94 are not Christmas gifts. At least not for you, Larry. I may not have another exhaust stud. That will be all kinds of disappointing. Just trying to think of where else I might have one. Because if it's not here, then where might it be? Because it's not in that bag. It's not in that bag of goodies. So, looking at other bags of goodies, right? Right. My main thing of $3.94 stuff, I don't think I have it. MS281 idle help. Oh dear. Sounds good, Craig. Actually, I should keep that out because I know I've got this out too. I'm going to put a brand new carburetor in there. Do I have an extra? Actually, that I can leave out also. This goes back in here. What are the odds I have one last exhaust stud here? I bought a bunch of them a while ago, but I might have run through all of them. It's very possible. That is possible. Okay, it looks like it's possible I ran through them. Okay. Do either of these have plates? I got bar plates for those two. Top cover stuff. Top cover stuff. Great. Doesn't help me right now. Don't think it would be in here. There's a screw I could use. Oh, I've got some of these. That's cool. I'm pretty sure these air horns seem to be pretty common, but these rubber pieces, no. Those get lost. Oh, those are nice. Check that out. Ha. Okay, cool. Kevin Morgan, hello. Yeah, Gavin, sometimes you got to go back to the original carburetor settings and start again, you know. I'm willing to bet I am out of exhaust studs. 394 exhaust studs. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Actually, what I should do maybe tonight is just organize my 394 stuff. See, I've got other interesting bolts. Those are cool, huh? What are those for? I don't know. I have lots of top cover screws for like 268, 272s, those. Anybody want to send me a 394 bar exhaust stud? Yep, none here. Okay. Guess I better put that on the list. Vince is going to experiment on 65L. We're going to do exhaust heat handles. See, aren't you glad I didn't buy those parts from you? Yes, Larry. High size auto tune, all good. Just have to keep toying with the L in LA. I wish you best of luck, Gavin. Eh. I can at least put this on. Great. Doesn't really help me. Ball valve to restrict flow to the handle to control the heat. That's odd. I know what else I can put in this saw tonight. Got a limit screw. Shoot, looks like I'm tapping this. That hole has never been used. I'll just use this one. This one looks like it's been used. In case anybody's wondering, that's not missing. It was just untapped, so I used the upper limit instead of the lower limit. It doesn't really matter. It looks like it'll still hold. That should still hold too, so that's good. Let's see what we can do over here. I can't, can I put that on? I guess so, but the thing is, like, I gotta put the dog on first, but I can't put the dog on until I get the exhaust on. So I'm still waiting on a shipment from E-Replacement Parts for all that stuff. And here, about the coil. I guess I can do the coil. I have an ignition coil. It actually seems to be in okay shape. Just looking at it. Let me go clean it up. I'll be right back. Better. Now I just need to find some M4 screws that'll hold that. Perfect. Vince, I don't know. If you can make that work, I'd be impressed. Red Loctite down here. That's weird. I think that screw's bent. Something there's bent. Same length, different head. I don't know if I got a same head screw. Back to my bag of hoodies, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm out. I'm serious though. Let's see. Those are Oiler bolts, which is good that I have them. 1, 2, 3. But the ignition coil bolts are slightly different. They're M4, but bigger head. And why they decided to use M4 in this spot, I'll never know. It's pretty dumb considering you're trying to hold an ignition coil on, which is a magnetically, it's a coil, and magnets are powerful forces, and you really don't want it to move. So why would you use a really small screw? kind of lost on that, you know? So let's do this. While we're organizing things, M5 flange. Actually, that's a nicer screw than this one. So I can take all my flanged screws and stick them there. That one's nicer. Let's put that there. Head screws get pulled out because they're easy to identify. Flange screws. And you just start organizing, you know? I think that one could go here. Hey, Kiwi. Like I said, guys, I don't have that much going tonight. I'm really waiting on a lot of parts to finish up these saws. What I do have potentially is I have a 5 horsepower Briggs motor that needs a little tweaking. So if I can get some parts for that, we can play with that. Head's rounded. See, that's a bolt that's not 394. I don't know what that's for. Case bolts. So now you can start seeing things like, okay, these are all case bolts. Pull all those out. And then eventually get its own little baggie, you know? Case bolts. Got a few case bolts. That's good. Don't run out of those. You got a case going together, you're like, oh crap, I don't have enough bolts. That would be kind of annoying. So I'm just organizing all these flange bolts so that whenever I need flange bolts, I have M5 flange bolts. Oh, cute little one. Look at that little guy. Another little guy. I know what that goes to. Flanged. Another case bolt. Another one I don't know what it goes to. Looks like a long quarter 20. I don't know what that might go to. Here's a quarter 20, but an odd length. So I'm going to put that over to the side. Bar studs. Okay. Oh, more shorty. Case bolts. I know I've got. Here we go. Find a plastic bag, put them in. And these positioning pins are also nice to retain with your case bolts. That one's kind of buggered. Let's forget that. No, that doesn't go. That's actually 262 or 181. Throw that in the pile of randomness. Okay. Where's the rest of what I just had? That wasn't everything. Right here. So, not such a good bag. That. Flywheel nuts and washers. See, this is M8, I think, on a flywheel nut, and possibly an M8 washer. I don't know. That's just a lock washer. So that is going to go up in there. That's random. Head bolts. That goes over here. This is a case bolt, which of course I just put down somewhere right here. Head bolt. Back. That I don't know. There. I need that. Oiler dip tubes. That goes. Case bolts. I don't think that goes to 394. It's long. M5 Allen long, but I don't think that's 394. Head bolt. Okay. Case bolts. Got those. Flywheel stuff. good night to organize all this stuff. Head bolts. Randomness I don't need. Four goes there. What if that is not out of round? What if it's the hole? Let's see. I may have to tap that, which wouldn't be the end of the world. Now that went in straight. And for sure, the further that goes down, the less straight it gets. So I think that bolt is cooked. Toss. Okay. So all I'm going to do then, and therefore, I can use one of those, but more ideally, let's see if we can be more ideal. I can use the long one with a couple of washers and some red Loctite, and we'll be good. Okay. Yeah, Barry. And just to go back to having lots of bolts laying around, whenever I had the chance, at least in the past, to buy bolts. I mean, there was one guy who was selling these by the pound, and you got a pound of randomness, and I was like, sure, you know. So a couple of washers on there, that'll be fine. So red Loctite, put it down, call it a day. So when I've had the opportunity to buy parts lots, I have, you know. I've certainly saved all kinds of stuff too, but generally if I have the opportunity to buy a pile, it's not going all the way down, so it's got to be shorter. Too long. Try again. And based on how expensive these things are per bolt, I think it's important to buy parts lots if you can. Just by hand initially. That's it. Ignition coil is on. McMaster-Carr, a couple of bags of each length, super cheap, bag of 50 for around $5. Yeah. World King Farm Supply, bulk McMaster-Carr, 50 miles from me. Sweet. Cheap shipping next day. They should switch to stainless, dissimilar to prevent. And maybe extra weight, Vince? I don't know. Is it would be heavier slightly? Arnold, I have cans of computer screws. Yeah. You're always like, golly, I just need blank, whatever it is. I know. This is actually in fine shape, so I think I'll use this. Now I just need the starter cable, or the shorting lead rather. I have these parts, I know that. So that's about as far as I can take that side. And I got the other side and then that. So I just need an exhaust bolt. Great. These are oil bolts for the, what's that, the boiler. I'm just going to take these, put them with my 394 oiler parts. I have to take oil dip tube, just stick them in there too, right? Makes sense. Well, on my way to being a little more organized. This back in the bag of screws and goodies here. Yeah, it sure would be nice to have stainless fasteners. I'll give it that. And you'd think that in today's day and age, somebody would say, "Hey, let's be unique. You know, let's set ourselves apart somehow." On a chainsaw, you could say, "Hey, we've got all stainless fasteners on our chainsaw." I think that would be a selling point, at least to some people. All that stuff up. This box I can get rid of. This goes to my bag base here. Nice to get rid of stuff. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, this is going to be an amazing clean out, I think. That can go also down here. And actually, I didn't realize this, but since we worked on that 372, that also means that I could get to take all my 372 stuff out. That's awesome. Valve plugs. Put that on the list to go out. Limiter screws. This box, I guess, can go pretty soon. Here's the muffler for this saw. And took the 460 Rancher apart. Your video find the jug clean, smooth, everything new shape. 3 hours and 5 years. The only thing wrong with the piston ring itself, no spring at all. Have to order a ring, seal kit. And hopefully it goes, right? I had a shop kit of these NGK plugs, but I ran through them. Gone. And HL Supply is out of stock on the shop kits, so I have to buy them individually. I hope you get it running, Arnold. Okay, so that's about as far as I'm going to take that today. Let's clean this up. Shugu. This is a random project for you. My daughter wanted to wear these. I guess my mom gave them to her. You got a talking shoe. Great. Craig, I do not have another exhaust stud. No, I got to order them. Don't get that on your fingers. I'll let that sit overnight. Shoe repair. So Ken, we might be working on a 5 horsepower Briggs pretty soon. Yeah, splitter. My dad's splitter. He actually just got a brand new motor because he got a good deal on one, but the old motor is sitting as of right now. He said it was just acting up, so he just went out and bought a new motor. Just didn't want to really mess with you know fixing it. So whatever. I guess I'll get a carb kit and fuel line and fuel filter and the whole bit for it, and see if you get a nice carb assembly. Well, let me take this apart and see what we need. Yeah, it would be good as a backup motor. We were messing around tonight. It's got the Lovejoy connections on it, and one of the Lovejoys had a set screw that was stuck. So I actually used the same puller that I used on the band wheels. If you go back to check out my video on how to on doing bearings on my bandsaw band wheels, there's a like a truck hub puller that I have that's really old fashioned. That man, that thing worked really good. It pulled that Lovejoy right off, and then we were able to bring that connector down here in the basement and use the screw extractors on it to pull that Allen out. And boy, was that tricky. But we got it. The connectors are worn, but I think they'll work. I mean, he's been using it for years. Exhaust fuel pump diaphragm fills. Yeah, probably one or the other. So I'll have a look. Anyway, that's about that for tonight. Check these out. This is what the steel rods came. The threaded rod. I got blanks. Made 300 blanks yesterday, or whatever. Yeah, 300 blanks yesterday. And I figured, you know what? These long tubes they were like 7 to 8 feet long. Looked like sonotubes. Like, you know what? That'd be good just to be able to put the rods in to store them. So I cut them to length, and I'll just label it, whatever, M14 or whatever, and store my rods in there. It'll be easy to see when I'm getting low. The rubber spider in there, or a new one. That's what cushions parts. Yeah, I'll make sure Dad has a fresh one in there. Thanks, Vince. So, I'm cleaning my basement out. I mean, this is great. Bad for you guys because I don't have anything to work on, but I am cleaning the basement out, so that's awesome. Anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Concerns, questions? Anybody want to buy a couple of 394s? Well, that's about it I have for you guys tonight. I've got 300 pieces, blanks of tools that I got to go down to the machinist, and that's I got to get them down there and eventually get even better stock. I think I've got 3 main kits left right now that are not spoken for. So if anybody's interested, obviously let me know. And I'm gonna be putting, gonna be investing in 300 more. So we'll see 300 more rods. Time for It's a Wonderful Life. Merry Christmas. Yep. I hear you, Vince. Time to go chill out. Maybe watch some football. I don't know. Have another cup of coffee and relax. Piston ring collapsed. Not too much compression. If the ring sticks, then yeah, you're not gonna get very much pop out of that. Okay, so I'll call it a night. Justin's here. I'll call it a night and say thank you, everybody, and I'm gonna go hang out with the family. And if anybody has anything they want to email me, they're welcome to do that. So I'll say Merry Christmas to everybody. If I don't see you, talk to you, I will probably be around tomorrow, at least some. And Craig, we're looking forward to that video. Compression of 70 pounds. Yeah, that's too low. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great night and Merry Christmas. Take care. Be safe. Bye.